Hi, this is Laura, and welcome to week 3 of our LXD Advanced Tools course. And in this week, you will spend time prototyping and getting feedback, and your prototype will be developed in your online digital portfolio. So the concepts this week, we continue to practice our learning experience design, which is our theory, foundation, and concepts among the learning sciences, design thinking, instructional design, and designerly ways of knowing. That's that intersection of LXD. And then the principles and strategies we are learning are essentially this intersection here between principles of user interface design, user experience design, and user experience design in practice. So that's this UX UI for experience design. So we're bringing those together. And this course, as I've mentioned before, we're using this week your online portfolio to continue to explore your wicked problem and coming up with a learning experience concept that you will focus on for the remainder of our time together. So using the tools from week 2 that you learned, and then starting with week 3 to embed artifacts in your online portfolio allows you to practice the principles. You will be developing a prototype, and remember your prototype is just essentially, it can be just a slice of your learning concept and your learning experience design, and then you're going to seek peer feedback. So you'll see that, and then in future weeks we're going to be doing end user testing and iteration. So start to think about individuals that could help do some testing beyond our folks in our class. So again, as a reminder, in terms of design thinking, we've done phase 1, which was naming and framing your wicked problem. Last week we spent time on diverge and convergent thinking in order to kind of try out our wicked problem and do some on-paper thinking through our learning concept. And then this week we're going to take that to the online portfolio by preparing and sharing. So we're going to be doing the slice of your learning concept, getting a prototype using some of the tools we've been learning online, and then in the next few weeks we're going to be moving into iterations of your prototype and user testing. So kind of 2 things to consider today and this week as you do your learning is in design thinking are the goals for the design. So please keep in mind that the LXD is the learning experience design element is really to focus on the learning experience. And so oftentimes, probably many of us in our own learning, we really learned in an information kind of sharing approach, which is the knowledge is probably is primarily through gained through sitting there and listening to somebody talk to us, and there's knowledge attainment and information sharing, but there's not a lot of doing. And so what we really want to focus on in your practice this week and going forward is the learning experience, where you're engaging the learner in active participation in their own learning and meaning making. And so the learner outcomes are based on what the learner can do or apply as a result of the learning. So if you're finding yourself creating, let's say, just a PowerPoint to share information, try to really stretch yourself and get outside of that typical kind of learning information approach and get into the learning experience, which is what will the learner do as a result of what they are learning from your experience. And that's what's cool about these classes is you can really practice things that are very creative and outside your normal realm of thinking or possibility. So keep in mind as you go forward, learning experience is what we're going for, not just information sharing. Now, here's where we are in terms of the application of design principles. So you have your wicked problem from week 1. You have a learning concept that you have been ideating and selecting. That's from week 2. And then that was your convergent and divergent thinking. And then you're going to take all those tools that you learned about and start this week by doing very hands-on work in your online digital portfolio, which you should have set up in week 1. And then you're going to start taking, again, kind of a slice of your learning concept, and you're going to take that into your prototype in this week 3, and you're going to continue to get peer feedback. So keep working on all those things, and in summary, you have a bunch of resources, again, to look at. Many of them are optional, but you'll want to look at the design principles. You'll identify your learning concept for your online portfolio. You'll develop that online prototype of your learning concept. Again, remember, it can just be a slice. Use the tools that you started to learn in week 2. You'll share with your peers, and then you're going to have a class reflection on the value of prototyping. Hope this helps, and look forward to seeing your good work. Thank you.